But we are going to go straight to our election analyst, Antony Green, to talk about the Greens' chances in the coming election. So, Anthony, welcome. Is it all over? Can the Greens forget about their ambitions in the lower house?
Well, the Greens have never uppolled Labor on first preferences in a contest. And for them to win from behind, they need preferences. And the Liberal Party's decision, while I don't think the Liberal Party preferences will flow overwhelmingly to Labor, we don't have a history of the Liberals directing preferences to Labor, they'll still flow strongly enough to prevent the Greens getting ahead of Labor. So with the possible exception of Melbourne, it seems very hard now for the Greens to win any of those 4 inner-city seats.
Well, what about in the upper house? Are their chances looking any brighter there?
Well, they currently hold 3 seats, and all 3 seats, they shouldn't have any difficulties getting re-elected. Labor will probably lose a seat or 2 in the upper house, definitely one in Southern Metropolitan by the look of it. And in that case, and with Labor's decision to preference the Greens rather than DLP in Western Victoria, it means the Greens will have the sole balance of power in the upper house if the Labor Party is re-elected. The Labor Party currently has other paths to pass legislation like the DLP and the Nationals, but it will be solely the Greens after this election.
Well, we're under a fortnight out now. From what you've seen so far, what sort of overall result are you expecting?
Well, the task was always difficult for the opposition, for the coalition. They needed 13 seats on a swing of about 6.5%. They had a chance of producing a hung parliament if the Greens had won those seats, but by their preference decision, the Greens aren't going to win those seats. It's the coalition that now needs to take 13 seats off Labor, and that's a harder task than winning 9 or 10 and producing a hung parliament. So you'd think the Brumby government would be favoured to be re-elected, but there's still a lot of time to go, and the coalition, if it can break the hold of Labor in central Victoria, around Bendigo and Ballarat, then they still have a chance of winning this election.
Anthony, thank you very much for joining us.